Your home for UJ Jimmy. AM 1400 KQDJ Jamestown and 107.1 K296 HH Jamestown.
Jamestown Jimmy's basketball is brought to you by Creative Energy and Dan Superstop, Dakota Central, Hugo's Family Marketplace, Otter Tail Power Company, Professional Eye Care Centers, Jamestown Regional Medical Center, The Frontier Ford Grill, Unison Bank, Hillerud Construction, SMP Health Ave Maria, Gun and Reel Sports, Essentia Health, Farmers Union Insurance, Steve Benyon Agent, Jamestown Country Club, Originals, Apex Physical Therapy, Jamestown Parks and Recreation, Johnny B's Brickhouse, Buffalo City Diesel, Vetter Construction, RM Stout, and Pit Stop Express Lube. Now, Jamestown Jimmy's basketball.
Happy to be back on their home floor. The Jamestown Jimmies face an important evening for both of their teams. For the Jimmy women, they were able to move back into second place in the NSI and the NSAA last Saturday, beating Bellevue. But their lead is as light as it can be, 1/2 game. For the Jimmy men, a very important game tonight. They stand a game behind Dickinson State, and they've lost to the Blue Hawks once. So the Jimmies want a chance, and there still is a chance, no matter what happens tonight, to be the #1 seed at the end of the regular season over there after the next few weekends. Tonight's game is very big. It's at Harold Newman Arena. It's a North Star doubleheader. It's the Jamestown Jimmies and the Dickinson Blue Hawks. And good evening to you, and good afternoon, in fact. David Burrow with you. Thank you for joining us on Jamestown 107.1 and also on newsdakota.com and the app and Alexa and all the other many ways that you can listen to us online. And also very glad to have you with us on the Heritage Signal of I3G Media in Jamestown, 1400 AM. Jimmy's in women's basketball first. A very necessary but a very well done to comeback win last Saturday, winning over Bellevue in Bellevue, Nebraska, with a second half surge and really on both ends of the court. And taking it from the Bruins by a score of 76-71, and that came only hours after what was a tough loss the evening before at Dakota State. But Jessica Lostrom came up with her best scoring game in her freshman year with 19. And also Jalen Martinson had her best offensive game of the year with 11 points. In fact, just 1 point short of her career high. And Kate Cornish, who was defended very tightly by Bellevue, as she is by everybody, ended up with 15 points and ended up hitting 5 of 10 shots and a couple of threes, and a lot of those came late in the game. But Kate Busick contributed with a big three in the second half. Cornish and Busick, in fact, had back-to-back threes in one stretch. Kate also had 10 rebounds. Bellevue was held to 41%, but they had started the game shooting very well before the Jimmies turned it around in what was a very important win to move to 15-5 overall. They're now 5-4 in the North Star, and we'll show you how that translates into what's going on in the NSAA race coming up. Everybody, of course, is still looking to catch Dakota State. But second spot, of course, gains you that bye from playing in the first round of the NSAA tournament. And yeah, it's the end of January now. It is really time to start thinking about that, because we're getting down to the last few games now of this regular season. Only 6 remain for the Jimmies, and this is only one game. Remember, this weekend They, since Dickinson State is a so-called travel partner, explain that in case you don't know, whether it's at home or on the road. If a team plays the Jimmies one night, they play Dickinson State the next, and if they play Dickinson State one night, they play the Jimmies the next. That's how it is working this year in the league. Now, this DSU team, they do have a couple of conference wins. Remember, it's been a month and a half since the Jimmies saw the Blue Hawks, and they came up with first a very good win over Bellevue on January 11th in overtime, 64-61. And then on a Tinley Pearson shot in the lane 6 days later, they beat VCSU at Scott Gym 65-63. And remember what happened the next day with Ashlyn Deemer's amazing performance here. The Vikings bounced back and beat the Jimmies. But since then, 3 consecutive losses. DSU lost by 23 at home to Mayville the next day after that VCSU went on January 18th. And last weekend, they were walloped twice by Bellevue by 32 and by Dakota State by 35, both on the road. They stand at 2-7 in the league and 7-13 overall. And they do have an accomplished player in Samantha Ose, who starred at Hettinger Scranton, went to Black Hill State before coming to Dickinson State, and she is their force inside in the lane. They also have Caden Steele and Angelica Shanrock, their point guard, and Catherine Fox, a 3 that all score pretty well, but that is the bulk of their scoring. 60 points a game is all that Dickinson State averages, and 2/3 of that come from those 4 players. So it will be a matter for the Jimmies this evening of, they feel, shutting down the top 4, and that will make them, they think, have a little bit of an easier time tonight. A Jimmy team that is averaging just under 75 points per game. And they look to put a little bit more distance between themselves and thing about some information that I had that turned out not to be correct. And you'll like hearing it if you haven't yet. Anyway, we'll get to that later. And also you'll hear from Jimmy Women's head coach Thane Sankey. And please be patient. We're going to make it through this. This stupid stuff that's going around lately, I think, has caught me at least a little bit with a head cold, but we'll do the best that we can. Jamestown and Dickinson State, come on over to Harold Newman Arena if you don't have any plans. Should be an entertaining evening of basketball. There's more coming up on our pregame on Jamestown 107.1. This is the voice of the Jimmies.
The Frontier Fort invites you in for a true Dakota Territory dining experience. This unique location looks like an authentic 1800s fort. Head upstairs and you'll be greeted with the mouth-watering aroma of freshly grilled ribeyes and barbecued ribs. They're open from 4 to 9 Mondays and Saturdays, and their legendary prime rib is served on Fridays and Saturdays. Call 252-7492 for takeout. The Frontier Fort, on the road to the Buffalo in Jamestown.
You know you don't really want that hurry-up, bought on the cheap, not sure what I got insurance coverage. Good, because Farmers Union insurance agents do things just a little different. We'll work with you personally for home, auto, business, or farm insurance and tailor the exact coverage plan you need, because we're not satisfied until you are. Different, you bet. Farmers Union Insurance. Simply different.
Good luck to the Blue Jays and Jimmys from your local Farmers Union agent, Steve Benyon.
Not all products underwritten by Farmers Union Insurance.
Johnny B's Brickhouse, famous for their pizza, but wait, there's pasta, and their amazing wings, and fresh ground hamburgers, tasty salads and appetizers too. And for dessert, you can't beat their sweet sticks. Come on out for Tuesday night trivia and live entertainment every Thursday night. The place to be is Johnny B's, smack dab in the middle of Main Street, downtown Jamestown. And remember, for delivery and carryout, call 952-8777.
When you're working outdoors, unpredictability is the norm. Tackle your toughest jobs with the 2025 Honda Pioneer 700. This rugged side-by-side brings the power with reliable torque for towing and smooth shifting for the trails. Choose from 3 trims, Standard, Deluxe, or the True Timber Forest Edition. See the 2025 Honda Pioneer 700 at Gun & Reel Sports, downtown Jamestown. For your safety, read the owner's manual, wear a helmet, eye protection, close side nets and doors, and always wear seatbelts. Honda side-by-sides are for riders 16 and older.
And here we are. North Dakota winter has arrived, and so has winter driving. The tires that were okay for hot, dry pavement are maybe not working so great on frozen, slick roads. Now are they? Bring your vehicle to Mike and the crew at Pit Stop Express Lube and have them take a look. As a locally owned shop, they are more about you and your family's safety than the sale, so they will recommend the best fit for your needs. Stop into Pit Stop Express Lube at 117 4th Street Northwest, Jamestown, or call 952-7867.
Sign-on bonuses, $10,000 for full-time RNs or LPNs working PM or NOC shifts, and $10,000 for full-time NOC weekend package positions, and $5,000 for part-time PM shifts. Also offering $5,000 for full-time CNAs working PM shifts or weekend package, day, PM, or NOC shifts. Dietary positions available also. Apply at smphealth.org/Ave Maria.
Harold Newman Arena, big basketball tonight for the Jamestown Jimmies. North Star doubleheader with the Dickinson State Blue Hawks. We continue on the SMP Health Ave Maria pregame show. And we start by looking around the NSAA and women's play. Offensive Player of the Week for the second straight week is a VCSU Viking, Abby Asleason. Last Friday, 84-66, VCSU defeated Mayville State. I said last week, look out for those Vikings. They're coming on, and Asleason had a big game a week ago. 26 points. Had 10 in the first quarter, 10 in the fourth quarter. Defensive Player of the Week in the league, Tabor Teal. We saw her last week for Dakota State. She had 10.5 rebounds average in the games. The last weekend had 11 and 7 defensively in the win over the Jimmies, and 10 rebounds, 9 defensively, and a couple of blocks in the win over Dickinson State. So here's how the women's standings now look. Dakota State continuing the lead. They're 8-0. And then Jamestown back after that big win at Bellevue last Saturday, back alone in that second spot at 5-4, a half game ahead of 4-4 Mayville State, but right behind them by a game, Bellevue and VCSU, both 3-5, and then it's the Dickinson State team that the Jimmies see tonight at 2-7. The other games in the North Star tonight, I'll tell you about those in a moment, but first let's tell you about the men's side. Silas Benyon, for the 5th time this year, is the North Star's Offensive Player of the Week. He had 17 in the loss at Dakota State last Friday, then at 23 in that victory last Saturday at Bellevue. 7 of 16 shooting that day, 8 of 8 at the line. Trey Stevens from Dickinson State, the Defensive Player of the Week. An overtime loss at Bellevue the same night the Jimmies lost to Dakota State. And kept them a game back of the league lead. Stevens had 2 steals, 2 defensive boards, and then in a tight win at Dakota State last Saturday, 63-58, Stevens had 3 steals and 6 defensive rebounds. So here are the men's standings. Dickinson State 8-1. Jimmy's a game behind at 7-2. Then it's Mayville State and Bellevue both 4-4. And VCSU and Dakota State stand at 1-7. VCSU is hosting Bellevue tonight in the Valley City. So especially in women's play, that is a big game for both of those teams. And Mayville State hosting Dakota State in the doubleheader in Mayville. And of course, we will keep you updated on all of that. And as I see, there's no action tonight, as there was midweek action in the league. In women's play, Concordia St. Paul and Southwest Minnesota continue to be the 2 red-hot teams in women's play, both 13-2 in the league, along with Minnesota State, although the Mavericks, the defending national champions, have dropped their last 2. Northern State continuing to play well. The Wolves are at 11-4, and Sioux Falls is at 9-6. In the games earlier this week in women's play on Tuesday, it was Bemidji State edging St. Cloud State and St. Cloud 59-58. Wednesday, Minot State got by Crookston 59-56 in Crookston, and Winona State at home beat Duluth 57-53. Last night in Bemidji, UMary over Bemidji State 69-51, and it was a CSP handing Minnesota State that second straight loss in St. Paul 64-56. Sioux Falls won at Wayne State 54-39. Northern State over Moorhead 69-60 in Aberdeen, and Southwest Minnesota breezed past Marshall in Augustana. That was in Marshall. That final was 88-65. On the men's side, Southwest Minnesota 12-3. Minot State with another loss. They're 4th in 5 games. A game back at 11-4, along with Concordia St. Paul. Winona State and St. Cloud State at 10-5, and Minnesota State at 9-5. The games earlier this week in men's play on Tuesday in St. Cloud State over Bemidji 78-71. And the stunner came Wednesday when Minot State lost to the last place team in the league, Crookston, at Crookston, 68-65. Boy, the Beavers, Jimmy saw them earlier in the year in men's play. They were rolling along so well, but that was a stunner. Winona, a home win on Wednesday, 2 over Duluth, 86-78. And Thursday games this past week, so last night, Concordia St. Paul over Minnesota State, 93-71 in St. Paul. The CSP keeps playing well in Bemidji State over UMary, 88-76. MSU Moorhead was struggling. Aberdeen State on the road, 7-62. Sioux Falls won at Wayne State, 78-68. And Augustana won at Southwest Minnesota as the Vikings continue their improved play, 85-75. The doubleheaders tomorrow have Wayne State at Augustana, CSP at Duluth, Winona State at Minnesota State and Mankato, St. Cloud at Moorhead, Minot State hosts Northern State out in Minot, Southwest Minnesota is at Sioux Falls.
Can help. With Experience IQ, you set limits to ensure your kids aren't playing when they should be doing homework. With premium managed Wi-Fi from Dakota Central, you can create healthier internet habits for your children from the easy-to-use Command IQ app. Learn more about premium Wi-Fi and Experience IQ today at www.dakotacentral.com.
Jamestown 107.1.
This will be El Ave Maria pre-games at Harold Newman Arena, Jamestown and Dickinson State in a North Star doubleheader tonight with the Jimmy women playing first and their head coach is Thad Sankey. Every game in this league brings a different type of challenge, and the type of challenge you had last Saturday was overcoming a really good defensive effort by Bellevue, and boy, did it pick up for your team on the offensive end of the floor and defensively, too, in the second half of that game.
Yeah, absolutely. Every team has their own defensive identity, and we feel it as we play them, and you know, the different game plans, and the second and the third time around the league, how do those things change? You know, so much familiarity also gives you a chance to be as creative or not creative as you want to be when you see those opponents again. And so, you know, just proud of our girls' effort in the second half to, I thought we settled in defensively much better. We were not good at the rim in the second quarter especially, and so that third and fourth quarter for us to kind of lock down into the defensive stops was really good. But also just the patience and being able to create timely shots and good looks late was important.
In the very first conversation I had with you before this season began, you said to me, we've probably got as deep a team as any that, I've had here. And that showed off again. Jessica Lostrom, of course, but with not what just she's done. Your bench players, more nights than not, have provided you with exactly what you've expected from them, right?
Well, yeah, and it's always fun to see. You know, you don't know how much, statistically it says you see it more at home than on the road. But when you get those types of performances like Jess had, you know, Jaden Reese hits a couple threes, we get that type of performance. Jalen Martinson was fantastic, just absolutely fantastic. You get that on the road, and those are really special nights.
This game tonight presents a little bit of a different challenge, and we all know what Dickinson State's record in the league is, but that doesn't matter because they're certainly capable. Everybody has seen for a while what a good player Samantha Ose is and is capable of carrying the team on any night. It's been now a month and a half since you've seen this team. They have a couple of league wins since then. How have they progressed positively since you saw them the first time?
Well, they're always a really gritty defensive team, and I would say that offensively they have even a more defined sense of themselves, and Ose is tough. Like, we have to be ready and load up and be ready to show her a lot of attention tonight. She's their number one, just like every team in the league has that number one option that opponents look to take away, and so we have to work against her post-ups really specifically and be really committed to that. And then after that, it's just about great closeouts, right? Can we get great closeouts? Can we get smart closeouts and guard the three-point line?
And not only that, we talked about this the first time before you played. Fox really had the game of her life against you last year and is capable of doing that anytime, too.
Yeah, absolutely. Dickinson's top four offensive players are very efficient scorers. They know the shots that they want to shoot in places that they're really effective, and their experience really shows in those decision-making situations. And so that group of four players, you know, will test us, and we've got to be ready to guard them.
Dad, thank you. Good luck this season.
Yeah, thanks.
CSMP El Ave Maria pregame on the starting lineups and the opening tip are next from Harold Newman Arena for Jamestown and Dickinson State on Jamestown 107.1. The is the voice of the Jimmies.
Buffalo City Diesel Jamestown is your one-stop shop for experienced truck services. Their top-notch techs are trained in the latest technology and can identify and fix problems in your medium or heavy-duty diesel trucks and buses. Buffalo City Diesel also offers roadside assistance, trailer services, and truck parts. Call Buffalo City Diesel today at 701-253-2844. That's Buffalo City Diesel at 701-253-2844.
Jamestown, Dickinson State. Let's bring you tonight's Pit Stop Express Lube starting lineups. First for the Blue Hawks of Dickinson State. Catherine Fox, one forward, a 5'8" senior from White Shield, the Bismarck State college transfer, 9.4 points, 3.4 rebounds per game. Their center is their best player, Samantha Oates, 6' senior from Reeder, former star at Hettinger Scranton, Black Hills State transfer, 13.2 points, 7 boards a game, a 48% shooter. Tinley Pearson, 5'7" senior from KC, Wyoming, 3 points, 3.7 boards. Caden Steele, 5'7" senior from Newell, South Dakota, 10.7 points and 4.2 rebounds. And they have a junior point guard, although she is about 25 years old, Angelica Shanrock. She is 5'5" from Sparks, Nevada, and she averages 9.6 points and 3.6 rebounds per game. Eric Nelson is the head coach of DSU. In his 6th season, 55 wins, 104 losses at DSU. Overall, his 12th season as a head coach, 105 and 232. Jimmy Ducharme is his assistant. Tegan Townsend is the graduate assistant. For the Jamestown Jimmies, the 4 is Megan Oswald, the 5'9" senior from Brownsdale, Minnesota. 6 points, 4.8 rebounds a game for Megan, a 54% shooter, and also 87% at the line. Hannah Hoggle, the 5'11" senior from Carrington, 8.1 points and 4.7 boards a game and 9 block shots for Hannah. Samantha Paulson, the 5'11" sophomore from Zimmerman, Minnesota, 5.4 points, 2.1 rebounds. Kate Busick, the 5'9" senior from Fargo Shanley, 6.7 points, 5.2 rebounds per game. And Kate Cornice, the 5'8" junior from Shakopee, Minnesota, second in the league in scoring, 16th in the nation at 19.7 points a game, 5.2 rebounds, 42% on threes. She's made 59, the second most in the league. Second best foul shooter in the country at 95%. Thad Sankey's the head coach of the Jimmies, and he's in his 7th season here, 119 and 82. Season number 12 overall as a head coach for Thad, 194 and 166. Faith Brintle is his assistant, and Coleman Lind is the graduate assistant. It is the white uniforms for Jamestown this evening, and they have orange numerals and black trim, Jimmy's in black with orange trim, and block print above the number on the front. That very deep navy blue color for Dickinson State on their road uniforms with the gray numerals and letters and gray trim, blue in script above the number on the front, Hawks in script below it. And Jamestown, as you watch at the Jimmy Athletics YouTube channel, will shoot at the bucket to your left in the first half tonight, and Dickinson State will shoot to your right as the Jimmies look for win number 6 in the league and try to stay a half game ahead of second place. Every game's vital now for Jamestown in the bid to get that bye and avoid a quarterfinal round game. And that's our S&P Health Ave Maria pregame show. Stay tuned. Jamestown and Dickinson State are coming up next for you from Harold Newman Arena on Jamestown 107.1. This is the voice of the Jimmies.
For generations, Unison Bank has been your community bank. At Unison Bank, we offer our customers prompt and personalized service while providing financial solutions for your unique individualized needs. For all your personal or business banking needs, choose Unison Bank as your financial institution. Located in Jamestown, Linton, and Wishick, as well as Gilbert, Arizona. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
New year, new goals, and a new you. At Apex Physical Therapy and Wellness Center, our expert physical therapists will help you feel your best. Whether you're recovering from an injury, dealing with chronic pain, or just want to move better, we've got treatment plans designed for you. Start the new year strong with hands-on care, advanced treatments, and a team committed to your well-being. Call Apex today at 701-952-2739 or visit apexptwellness.com. Make 2025 the year you move better and live pain-free.
Whether you're a weekend warrior or a top high school athlete, injuries can happen to anyone. At Jamestown Regional Medical Center, getting you back to what you love is why we're here. As the official sports medicine provider for Blue Jay Athletics, our local orthopedic experts ensure exceptional care is part of your community. From sprains to complex surgeries, you don't have to go far to get the best care. Call 952-4878 and schedule your appointment today. Remember, it's right here at JRMC.
Why choose Professional Eye Care Centers? 3 great reasons are Dr. Bond, Dr. Freilich, and Dr. Jangula, 3 of the most educated professional optometrists you'll ever meet. Next is their many locations. You can now see one of their spectacular doctors in Jamestown, Valley City, Carrington, Edgeley, Ellendale, and Lemoore. And finally, their fantastic selection. And yes, all of their frames and lenses are backed up by warranty. Visit ProEyeCareCenters.com and make an appointment today. Professional Eye Care Centers, clearly the best.
Jamestown and Dickinson State coming up. The University of Jamestown and this community lost one of its finest representatives earlier this week when Bob Richardson passed away on Monday at the age of 93. What a lot Bob Richardson did, first for this university. He was the first Booster Club president. He was the Director of Development, Alumni, and Public Relations here. And he was Vice President of the Jamestown College Foundation. But before he did any of that, he was a student here. He started his radio career in town and then went to the Fargo Forum for a while. And in 1954, he helped organize KEYJ Radio, what you now know as Jamestown 107.1. Bob Richardson, there will be a service tomorrow for Bob at 11 a.m. at First United Methodist Church in Jamestown. There's a very nice story at the news section of newsdakota.com all about one of this community's best ever, Bob Radio Richardson. Teams are on the floor, and Heligas Shanrock, Hayden Steele, Tinley Pearson, Catherine Fox, Samantha Ost for Dickinson State, Kate Cordes, Kate Busick, Samantha Paulson, Megan Oswald, Hannah Hoggle for Jamestown. As the Jimmies have another crucial game, trying to go 6-4 in the league. Remember, for both Jimmy teams, this is the only game of the weekend. Back on the road next weekend to VCSU and Mayville State. And when Megan Oswald on the floor, still sporting that shiner that happened last Friday. Tip, Ost sends it back to Shanrock. Dickinson State with the basketball first, and we hope you enjoy this evening's action from Harold Newman Arena. Shanrock outside the arc. Into Ost, and tying it up is Hoggle. That gives it to the Jimmies. How about that play right away by Hannah? Only 13 seconds into the game. It was right as Ost was grabbing the pass, and Hoggle caused the dual possession long enough to give Jamestown the ball in the arrow. They work into the front court with Samantha Paulson right wing. Lobbed it over Fox to Busick. Swing it left side to Kate Cordes. Right wing on the angle, Busick, right baseline, it comes to Oswald. Pass deflected out front to Cordes. Straight away three, yes. Just how Kate Cordes wanted to start this evening with her 60th made three of the year, and she is close to passing an old teammate on the scoring list for this program. 3-0 Jamestown. Bounce to Ost, came out front to Steele. Right lane line from 7, she's good. Hayden Steele with her first two, and it's 3-2 Jamestown. 1 minute into the game on the Gunner Real Sports scoreboard. Cross court, another open three for Cordes. This one's off the back iron, and just able to save the rebound inbounds is Hayden Steele for DSU. To Pearson to Shanrock, front court left alley. Ost and high post. I'll go following her. Steele now bringing the left side to Shanrock. Bounce pass, a hand on it by Oswald. Ost gained it. Right wing of Steele, three good. Caden Steele has a 34% three-point shooter, her 31st three. Dickinson State gains their first lead at 5-3, and in some trouble. Holston in midcourt double teamed, ends up in a dual possession, and now Dickinson State steals a possession away with the arrow. So each team has done it early on. Samantha Ose in a high post. Hoggle guards her, right wing Shanrock. And Helica from about 18 box it down. And it's 7-3 DSU, and this team, although they got blown out twice last weekend, has a confident first 2 minutes. Looking a lot more confident than they did in any point of the game a month and a half ago here. Oswald, baseline drive, blocked away. Good play, Ose. And Dickinson State has it back. The Blue Hawks have hit their first 3 shots. Ose on a high post. Down the right lane line. Works against Hoggle. Here comes a double team. That leaves open a 3 on the left side by Fox, but it's off the rim right. Rebounded Kate Cordes in Jamestown. First 3 off the bench will come into the next dead ball. Cordes in the lane. Stops, hands it to Oswald. Bounce. Out of bounds. Didn't deflect off anybody. The first 3 off the bench always are. Jaden Weist, 5'3" freshman from Mandan, 7.8 points a game. 37 threes. Jessica Lostrom off that tremendous game last Saturday with 19. 6-foot freshman from Grand Rapids, Minnesota, 8.5 points and 5 rebounds. And Jalen Martinson, the senior from Devils Lake, Shanrock with a drive in the lane. She's fouled. Jimmy's thought she traveled. But the foul is called instead on Jalen Martinson, who's averaging 4.5 points and 2.5 rebounds per game. Here's Shanrock, just a 62% foul shooter, but this team's good. Second in the league to the Jimmies at 74%. The first is good. And it's 8-3 DSU. They've scored the last 8 points, and 1 more for Shanrock. Good again. 9-3 Dickinson State. Pressure as Weist brings it to Busick and into the front court. In the lane, stops. Weist a right angle 3, short off the right rim. And Fox brings the rebound down to Shanrock in the front court for Dickinson State. The Blue Hawks starting well. Only 2 wins in the league, but a good start early on. Pearson cross court, middle of the right wing. It's Steele. Baseline for Fox. Out again to Pearson. 16-footer left of the circle. Good. They're 4 out of 5 shooting. Timeout Jamestown. A Hillary Construction timeout. 11 in a row for DSU. They now have an 11-3 lead over Jamestown. On Jamestown 107.1, this is the voice of the Jimmies.
Are you dreaming of spring? Jamestown Country Club has been dreaming of it too, so get ready now with a Jamestown Country Club membership. The 18-hole championship course, bar, and restaurant will be waiting for you when the season opens. Sign up now for your membership and be prepared to hit the ground running or golfing as soon as spring arrives. Visit JamestownCountry.club or email jcc58401@gmail.com today. Buy now and be ready to play at Jamestown Country Club.
Dickinson State just couldn't ask for a much better start, could they? They have hit 4 of their first 5. Jamestown ball. Straightaway Cordes, a 3. Didn't go. Rebound loose. Samantha Fox picks it all off the floor for Dickinson State. And a 4-1 rebounding advantage for DSU so far. Ose left of the old circle, guarded by Martinson. Hands it to Steele. Baseline drive right. Good. They're 5 of 6, and Steele has 7. 10 in a row for the Blue Hawks. They're up 13-3. Cordes in the right lane line. Jimmy starting slowly again. Left wing Busick. They need this. She's good. 28th made three for Kate. Both of the Jimmy's buckets threes. That stopped the 10-0 run. 13-6 for Dickinson State. 5:33 and a half in the Gunner Real Sports scoreboard. Steele saved a pass from going out of bounds. In the lane of Pearson from 7. Good over Cornice. They're 6 of 7. Dickinson State from the floor and lead 15-6. Long pass down floor. Martinson a drive. Fouled and counted. Ose caught up too late and hacked Martinson as she laid it in. The first foul on the Blue Hawks. Ose is out. Whitney Edwards, a 5'11 junior from Hill City, South Dakota, enters 2.9 points per game. Tate Cohn also in, a senior from Lemon, South Dakota, the Mount Marty transfer. Free throw good by Martinson, 15-9 for Dickinson State. 5-10 in the first half. Cohn averaging 2.5 points and 1.9 rebounds. Shanrock facing a double team. One of those was Wiest, and the other was the one who fouled her. That's Jessica Lostrom, her first and the second team foul on the Jimmies. Nearly midway in the first quarter. This is Edwards. Right wing three, Shanrock, too long. Rebound, Kate Busick in Jamestown. Left wing, Cordes. Open in front of the bench for a moment, and it back out. On the right corner to Weiss. She wants a three off the left rim. And the rebound brought in the corner by Jessica Lostrom. For Cordes, the left wing three, good. Kate has two. Jimmy's have made three-pointers. They've made threes. A little redundant, David. 15-12 now. Shanrock and Elaine Edwards turn around, didn't go. But she gained her own board. Good play there by Edwards. She's in the middle of the lane. Kick it out for Cohn. Left baseline drive, blocked. It's Jessica Lostrom from behind to block the ball away. Jimmy's down a three. Left wing Weiss trying to tie it a three. It's off the right rim. And Lostrom will land the rebound and out of bounds. Jamestown now is at 4 of 9 shooting, 3 of 7 on threes. Dickinson State still red hot to start. They're 6 of 9 overall and 1 of 3 on three-pointers. Dylan Stadili comes in. She is a 5'7" sophomore from Belfouche, South Dakota for Dickinson State. A point a game. Edwards on the baseline. Steele kicked it out for Tate Cohn. Right wing, a bounce pass. Steele on the right baseline from 7, missed, but out of bounds. Off Jamestown as they couldn't reach that rebound, and Dickinson State has a new shot clock of 20 with 3:32 left in the first quarter, up 15-12 over Jamestown on the Gunner Real Sports scoreboard. Garfield, who has entered the game too, inside to Edwards. Kick it out to Steele. Jumper from 12 right of the lane. Didn't fall. Halfway down, Edwards offensive board. Fouled. Busick was right there, but didn't have the position. Edwards did. But it's Kate Cordes, not Busick, with a foul, and that is her first team foul, number 3. Howie Saville is entering for Jamestown. 5'7" freshman from Mountain Iron, Minnesota. 2.5 points a game. Hannah Hoggle returns 2. First free throw halfway down and out for Edwards. 67% for her coming in. One more. Good, and the lead's 4 for DSU. 16-12, Dickinson State on the Gunner Real Sports scoreboard. 3:15 first quarter. Saville into Cordes. Right wing, it's Jaden Wiest. Cordes on the left side now. Wiest up top to Cordes again with 3:05 in the quarter. Entry to Hongo off the bounce. One spin, 2 over Edwards, left short. Good D there. Rebounded Caden Steele. Right alley and quickly to the front court. Middle of the lane. Kicked in the left corner for Garfield. Her jumper missed everything. Rebounded by Savola. Garfield is a sophomore from Wolf Point, Montana. 3.5 points a game. Long pass to the other end. Hannah Hoggle beat everybody down the floor and laid it in. And now Jamestown's back to within 2, 16-14, and it's stolen away by Lostrom. After it was lost by Cone, and then Steele hacked Lostrom, preventing her from laying it in. Steele's first foul, and that's the second on the Blue Hawks. Samantha Ost returns. Kylie Aldridge makes her first appearance. 5'10 junior from Riverton, Utah. 1.6 points, 2.2 rebounds per game. 2 free throws for Lostrom. Jessica hits the first. She's 76% at the line. 32 of 42. 16-15 Jamestown. This one's to tie it after the Jimmies were down 10. She's short. Rebound Aldridge and Dickinson State. But a good run here by Jamestown. 12-3 to move to within a point. Lob from Stadili to Osh. Right wing, a 3. Good. That's Garfield. Gel Garfield, her 13th of the year, and it's 19-15 Dickinson State. Pressure broken. Lostrom into the lane. Kicked it out for Hallie Savola. The freshman now for Cornish with a right wing 3 on the run. Missing. Rebound Hoggle. Saved it. Good play. Lostrom out front. Cornish wide open. Straightaway 3. Good. She's been wide open for all 3 of the 3 she's hit so far. She has 9. And it's 19-18 Dickinson State. 1:33 in the first. Major trouble for Cone. Double team. Steal by Lostrom. Jimmy's have it back. Chance to gain their first lead since they were up 2-0. Hoggle drives. Didn't go. Ost good D and prevented that layup. Rebound. Gel Garfield and Dickinson State. Now for Ost. Take Cone on the right wing with a screen by Ost. Straight away. Good. From the top of the arc. Tate Cone makes it 21-18 for Dickinson State. 58 seconds in the first. Savalas, the pressure's broken, but that pass too high for Argo and out of bounds. Pressure's giving Jamestown a problem or two. Busick, Paulson, Oswald all return for the Jimmies. And Anelika Shamrock is back in for Dickinson State. Nine for Kate Cornish, all on threes to lead everybody. Caden Steele with 7 to lead Dickinson State. Now Jamestown can put some pressure on as DSU has to come full court. Setting it up is Stadili, 43 seconds in the first quarter. Osanai post, Oswald guards her. It's to Aldridge, right baseline, a drive on Savola, and Aldridge got knocked down, I do believe, by Savola. Yes, Hallie's first team foul number 4 in the first quarter on Jamestown, but it's 2 shots coming up here for Aldridge. 14 of 20. Well, here is the first free throw, no good too long. A Dickinson State team that is 183rd of 225 teams in the country at 60 points a game, and they have 21 in the first quarter. Second, good. 22 make it. 22-18, Dickinson State. 30 seconds opening quarter at Earl Newman Arena. Jimmy's led once, 2-0. It's been DSU's lead ever since. Busick, right-hand dribble. 1 second difference between the clocks. Game clock says 16. The action stopped with a little reach-in foul on Anelika Shamrock. But all that cost DSU is her first foul, team foul number 3. I'll make Jamestown inbound again. Shot clock is off, though. Busick with an Oswald screen. 4 Oswald in the pick and roll. Right angle 3. Paulson with 6 seconds. Short. Deflected. Came to Samantha. Baseline drive. Got fouled. with 3.3, but again, Jamestown will only inbound because that's team foul number 4 and the first on Jell Garfield. From the right baseline, Busick will inbound, 3.3 seconds to go. Jamestown down 4. To Cordes on the baseline, past Ose, missed the jumper at the end of a first quarter that went quite well for Dickinson State. Had a big run early on. Jamestown got back to within 1, but the end of one, it is Dickinson State 22, Jamestown 18 on Jamestown 107.1. And this is the voice of the Jimmies.
The friendliest staff, the largest selection, lowest prices, and the freshest produce, Hugo's in Jamestown. But if you can't wait to go to the store, Hugo's Family Marketplace offers online shopping. You can shop all the departments and all the sales at hugos.com. Once you're done shopping, choose pickup or Hugo's delivery service, and they'll do the in-store shopping for you. Hugo's Family Marketplace, online shopping at hugos.com.
You're gonna find more low prices, more great stuff when you go to Hugo's.
The lead is 4 for Dickinson State at the end of one, 22-18. Again, this team's beaten Bellevue. They've beaten VCSU. Playing pretty confidently tonight, as at least for the first 10 minutes, they put the 2 blowout losses they suffered last weekend far behind them. But Jamestown worked hard to come back from 10 down to get to within 1. They're down 4 right now. Hallie Sabala will inbound. Our opening tip tonight brought to you by RM Stout, your Ford Dodge and Jeep dealer in Jamestown. Right angle 3, Paulson, 2 long left. Caden Steele rebounds for Dickinson State. 8 of 15 shooting in the first quarter for DSU. Jamestown just 6 of 17. Here's a pass too far for Tinley Pearson, left corner and out of bounds. And that is I believe the 4th turnover on Dickinson State. It is. Sabala back for Busick. Our live stats are a little wonky, but we'll do our best. Busick left wing. It's Cordes. Jamestown down 4 as the second quarter begins. Cordes cross court for Paulson. Out front for Sabala. Shot fake, then a jumper. Good from 17. First 2 for Hallie, 22-20. Dickinson State by 2. First minute of the second. Gunner Real Sports scoreboard. Samantha Fox in some trouble. That's 10 seconds. And the press really wasn't a full press by the Jimmies that time. There was some, but Dickinson State just lost track of the clock there. And the Jimmies have it back, looking to tie or lead. Cordes left wing wants the lead. A 3 is good. Cordes 4-3 already in this first half, and Jamestown has the lead back. 23-22, loose on the floor. Paulson picked it up. Another turnover. Busick finds Sabala, left wing. Paulson, 3 off the front rim. Rebound Ose for DSU. Down floor to Steele for the Blue Hawks. Baseline, pass Busick, lay in. 9 first half points for Caden Steele. She's 4 of 6. Dickinson State leads again, 24-23. Oswald out to Paulson on the left wing. It is Kate Cordes. For Paulson straight away, right wing a 3, Sabala. Left rim, long. Rebound, Megan Oswald offensively. Cordes left wing 3, another open one, but this one's a short one off the left rim, just short. Ose rebounds for Dickinson State. Kate, 4 of 8. Cordes is now on 3-pointers. Ose, right wing for Caden Steele for Dickinson State. Cross court to Angelica Shanrock on the left corner. Out front for Samantha Fox, 8 on the shot clock for Dickinson State. To Ose, left wing Steele wants a 3. Rim the basket. Rebound is a dual possession. Busick couldn't grab it before she was tied up by Catherine Fox. And it will remain with Dickinson State on the arrow. Sarah Lenz enters for the first time for Jamestown. 5'7" senior from Belle Plaine, Minnesota. 2.3 points a game. Jessica Lostrom's back in too. So is Hannah Hoggle. Left wing Cordes for Jamestown, down a point. They've come from 10 down. Right wing up, Busick, 3. Good. Second 3 for Busick. Jamestown has now hit 6 threes. They're back in front. 26-24, right baseline. Drive by Shanrock is good, and Angelica has 6. Tied at 26 all for the first time. Right wing Lenz on the angle. 3, good. Sarah Lenz has her 14th of the year. And there's Jamestown's longest lead, evened at 3. Should say the Jimmies led 3-0, but now they're up 3 at 29-26. Shanrock bounced to Ost, nearly didn't make it. Samantha's able to pick it up out front for Catherine Fox. Now it's Tinley Pearson in the lane for Ost with a 16-footer that rimmed the basket. Rebound, Jessica Lostrom in Jamestown. For Kate Cordes. Left wing now for Lostrom to Anna Hoggle and I. Post, left elbow of the lane, jumper short. Rebound by Caden Steele. Dickinson State down 3 after they once led 10 in the first quarter. For Ost. Still above 50% shooting, 10 of 19. Turnaround Pearson's good in the lane. She has 6. 29-28 Jamestown with 5:50 left first half, and they got a real split scoreboard. Straightaway 3, Busick hit another. Kate's 3 of 4 on 3-pointers for her 9 points. 32-28, the longest Jimmy lead, 4 at 5:37 in the first half. Shanrock all the way to the left block. Nice drive, shot didn't go. Cornice rebounds. Defense is back, so she backs it out. Busick open right wing, Lenz a 3, but this is off the back rim. Rebound Tinley Pearson and a timeout by Dickinson State head coach Eric Nelson. It's a Hillerud Construction timeout. 32-28, Jamestown's come back to take a 4-point lead. 5:20 left in the first half at Harold Newman Arena on Jamestown 107.1. This is the voice of the Jimmies.
What would you do with a second chance? At Essentia Health, we understand the significance of second chances. Our heart specialists see them every day. That's why regular checkups and heart screenings are vital, even if you feel fine, and especially when you have a family history. Essentia Health is the right place for early detection, advanced treatments, comprehensive cardiac rehab, for second chances. At Essentia Health, we work hard to keep your heart strong for what's next.
Tate Cohn back in for Dickinson State. As they work into the front court, Bray Enebo has entered for the first time, and a moving pick is called here on Dickinson State. And it is Enebo. Her first team foul on either team in the second quarter, nearly 5 minutes without a foul. How about that? Enebo, 6-foot junior from Conrad, Montana. 4.1 points, 2.2 rebounds a game, a Miles Community College transfer. Lostrom, right wing to Lenz for Jamestown. They build it up to a 4-point lead now. Wiest, bounce, trying to find Martinson. Does make a catch of a tough pass, driving inside, got knocked away and out of bounds by Enebo. Good defensive play there. Jamestown's worked it down to 9 on the shot clock as they'll inbound with 4:44 remaining in the first half. Martinson with a hand to Busick. Kick it out for a right wing Wiest. Now for Busick into the corner with 3 on the timer. Shot a little long left side. Rebound, Caden Steele. Dickinson State on the run. One player break. Count it with a foul down the right block. Big first half for Steele. She's up to 11 and draws the second foul on Jalen Martinson, the first team foul of the second quarter on Jamestown. After a rest, Kate Cordes returns for Sarah Lenz. Now 32-30 Jamestown. Steele can't complete the three-point play. And Martinson tipped the rebound to herself. So the Jimmies with a lead now back down to 2. And knocked out of bounds. Left wing, a 3. This is least missing. And Dickinson State's in the front corner. Shamrock, they're down 2. Drive in the wing, good move from 12. Oh, didn't fall. Good stunner step there, but then the shot didn't fall, and it's a rebound by Busick. Down floor. Spent down floor, but left it short, and Tate Cone rebounds. And now a travel call here on Cone. Shamrock is out. Stadili's back in. Samantha Paulson's back in for Jamestown. As Kate Busick will get a rest. 12 for Kate Cordes, all on threes for Jamestown. Kate Busick with 9. They're all on threes. Jimmies have shot only 34%, but they're still up 2 at 32-30. 3:12 first half. Got a real sports scoreboard. 3 by Lofstrom off the right rim. Out of bounds. It'll go back to Dickinson State. Dickinson State, only a 39% shooting team for the season, still above 50%. 52% on 12 of 23. It's Sadili in the front court, and a dual possession will keep it with Dickinson State. Catherine Fox. Run out front to Tate Cone. Now Kaden Steele, 13 still to shoot for DSU. On the right side for Stadili. Now a drive by Fox. Up to back in the lane for Enabo from 12. She's good. And the game's tied back up at 32. Bray Enabo has her first 2. 2:32 first half, and they're going to Real Sports scoreboard. Cordes, 16-footer in the old circle, rolls in. 14 for Kate, her first field goal, not a 3. 34-32 Jamestown, 2:20 in the half. Fox left wing. Down low to Tate Cone, handed back to Kaden Steele. Now Bray Enabo in the lane. Hoggle guards her. Hoggle took it away. Down floor to Jessica Lostrom, all the way to the baseline, and then Enabo came back to knock it out of bounds. Hallie Savila, Kate Busick returned for Jamestown. Jill Garfield and Samantha Ose are back in the lineup for Dickinson State. Here is a left wing jumper, good by Cordes. 16 for Kate, 1:45 in the half, 36-32 is Jamestown in front. Left wing, a jumper is a 3 by Cone that misses wide right. Paulson the rebound, Jamestown. 90 seconds to go in the half, where the Jimmies have struggled shooting but have come back to lead. The threes have helped them out big time. Cordes with a bad pass, intercepted by Dickinson State by Kaden Steele. To the right block, but it's knocked away by Hoggle. Another good play by Hannah. Portis left wing for Busick out front. WNBA three. Missed. Offensive board. Samala. Hallie had the position there on Dylan Stadili, who fouled her. Her first, that's just the second team foul of the second quarter on Dickinson State. Portis with 1:03 in the quarter. Left wing to Busick. Down to a minute left in the half. Busick to the right block. Under the bucket. Kicked it out for Paulson. Left wing. 7 to shoot. Left wing Busick wants another three. Good again. Busick has 4 in the first half. And now it's Jamestown by 7. 39-32. Oh, the three-pointers have saved the Jimmies. 12 for Busick. She has 4 threes. Trouble here. Double team Aldridge. Works her way out of it. Shanrock left of the lane from 7. No good, but a foul. And Hellica will go to the line. Shanrock, 2 free throws. First long. Second, good. She has 7. 27 seconds. Jamestown up 6, 39-33, and with the basketball. Portis left wing. Shanrock guards her. 13 seconds, 12, 11. Portis around a screen. Jumper good. 3 seconds to an 8-point Jamestown lead. Shanrock, a 3 at the buzzer, misses. What a turnaround in this first half. After Dickinson State was up 10 at 13-3, Jamestown comes back. Holds Dickinson State to 11 second quarter points while scoring 23 themselves. And they have their longest lead of the game at the break on the strength of 9 made first half three-pointers. Halftime score on the Gunner Real Sports scoreboard at Harold Newman Arena. The Jamestown Jimmies 41, the Dickinson State Blue Hawks 33. Coming up, we'll visit with Jimmy Men's head coach Casey Brueggemann on our Armstown Halftime Report on Jamestown 107.1. This is the voice of the Jimmies.
Two Rivers Activity Center in Jamestown is hiring. Do you like interacting with people? Do you enjoy a fun, upbeat atmosphere and a clean workspace? If so, the perfect opportunity awaits you at Track. They're currently hiring for a variety of part-time positions for lifeguard and guest service and wellness attendants. They'll work with your existing schedule, whether you already have another job or are a college student. Check out trackjamestown.com to learn more about these positions and how to apply today.
Jamestown 107.1.
Back of the half, Harold Newman Arena. Jamestown, pretty nice comeback after a 10-point deficit early. They're now leading Dickinson State 41-33. And men's head coach Casey Brueggemann is with us. They're looking like your team with all these threes they're shooting. This is something else.
Great first half by our women here. Looking forward to seeing what they can do in the second half. We got an awesome night here. It looks like Ann Carlson Center's here. We got a great crowd, and super happy to have them here as our special guests tonight. It's also a special night for our men's program as we're going to be participating in the Coaches versus Cancer Suits and Sneakers Initiative. So that's a partnership between the National Association of Basketball Coaches and the American Cancer Society. It's aimed to promote awareness for cancer research funding along with cancer screening. So we're happy to participate in that tonight.
That's terrific, and none of us know anyone that hasn't been touched by cancer. I lost both of my parents to cancer, and anything we can do to help that fight, and who knows, maybe not in our lifetimes, but maybe in the next ones. all we can do is terrific.
Absolutely. We had a really good conversation around shoot around. Everyone's life's been touched by it in some way or another. Specifically, Anthony Konzemius, our student assistant, he was able to share with our team some pictures and some stories about his father who passed away from cancer when Anthony was a freshman here at UJ. And Anthony was playing at the time, and what a powerful story he had there. And we're excited to honor his father here tonight with Coaches vs. Cancer.
And on top of all that, rather big basketball game. And I know it's been a month and a half since you've seen this Dickinson State team, and you've had terrific wins since then. But how much is what happened that night, that tough 4-point overtime loss, still in your team's mind?
Well, it's been a fun stretch of games since we played Dickinson State. I think our team has grown a lot. I think their team has grown a lot. And you never want to look ahead on the schedule, but when we're on a pretty good winning streak and they were on a pretty good winning streak, it's tough not to look at this game and to look back at that overtime loss and not be a little motivated by that. Of course, both of us dropped one this last weekend, and I don't think that was us, either team, looking ahead. It's just that's the conference, and that's playing on the road. But it's a fun matchup, and it's one of those things where you earn this, or our players earn these opportunities to have a little bit of a bigger regular season game here, and it's going to be a fun one, I hope.
I thought, you went to overtime, you played 5 extra minutes, and the scoreboard said the visiting team won, but I thought the game was really a wash. You were physical, they were physical. You made big shots, they made big shots. It was just the timing of it. The matchup your teams have is. Your teams are very, very similar, don't you think?
I think Coach Selvig told me right after the game in the handshake line, hey, we're going to have some battles. That's what he told me. And, watching them on film still, it's like, wow, we can hope we can keep up with those guys. But I do know we have some good players. They have good players. They have experience. We have experience. And it's two teams that I think are fun for basketball fans to watch with how we shoot the basketball, with how we share it. It's just two good basketball teams, I think, here tonight. And we're going to have to play defense at a high level and hopefully convert on the offensive end.
All right, your big guy, you didn't have him last weekend, but Jimmy Linus, ready to go?
Jimmy's ready to go. And his girlfriend, Victoria, is up from Florida. And for whatever reason, she seems to be a good luck charm. So I'm always happy when she's coming to visit. And so it's great for him to have some loved ones here, and we're excited to have Jimmy back, and it should be a fun weekend.
We all have our own sources of motivation, don't we?
Absolutely. She's a sweetheart, and Jimmy's one of the kindest souls out there. He's just a first-class human being.
Well, this is going to be a terrific game. Everybody knows what it means, but obviously Dickinson State winning the first time around, this is crucial because you want to get that tonight and still have a chance to win that tiebreak in a couple of weeks.
Yes, especially with them holding a one-game lead over us in the conference. I mean, this is a pretty important game if we want to have a shot at winning the regular season title. We of course, both need to play a lot of other teams in the stretch, or we'll still have to play everyone one more time. But if you're one game back of first and you get a chance to play the first place team on your home court, that's one. Those are the type of games that you hope you can win. And it's not going to be easy. I know that. I know how good they are, and we're just going to have to try to keep our focus small. And usually when you can keep your focus small, the results are big.
And should lead to a wonderful game. Casey, good luck. Thank you. We'll talk to you later.
Thanks, David.
Thank you, buddy. Casey Brueggemann, the Jimmy men's head coach, as his team, does have a big one tonight with Dickinson State. The Jimmy women trying to navigate their way through this one, too. And again, a pretty salty comeback. After being down 10, they're now up 8 at the half over Dickinson State. 41-33. And there's more coming up for you on the RM Stout Halftime Report. RM Stout is your Ford, Dodge, and Jeep dealer in Jamestown. Here on Jamestown 107.1, this is the voice of the Jimmies.
Some of us were born to farm. Some diesels, like Cenex Premium Diesel, were born to fuel. Cenex Ruby Fieldmaster comes with a more complete additive package for a more complete burn to reduce particulate matter and keep filters cleaner for longer. Fuel your equipment like a pro with Cenex Ruby Fieldmaster and leave typical number 2 diesel to the amateurs. Cenex Premium Diesel. Diesel that doesn't mess around.
RM Stout Incorporated is proud to sponsor this broadcast of Jimmy's Athletics. We are cheering in the stands right along with you, and we've got the perfect vehicle to get you to every UJ event. Get behind the wheel of a new 2025 Ford F-150 or Ram 1500 and experience peak performance and 4x4 reliability. Need extra rows of seating? Huge stock of new and pre-owned options available now. Don't wait. Get the best trade-in price, unbeatable interest, and the best value since 1941 only at RM Stout Jamestown. Go Jimmy's!
Looking for a roofing company that truly knows your town? Choose Vetter Construction. Unlike those big-name competitors using our city's name, we're your community experts right here working for you. From repairs to full replacement, our trusted team delivers quality and care that you can trust. For a roof that stands strong, call Vetter Construction today. 320-1990. 320-1990.
Jamestown 107.1.
The three-pointers made such a difference in modern basketball, and boy, it made all the difference for the Jamestown Jimmies in the first half, and it's helped them to a 41-33 lead over Dickinson State. The Armstown halftime report continues. David Burrow back with you at Harold Newman Arena in Jamestown. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for your patience. We had a couple of technical issues, but we worked our way through them. And your play-by-play guy has a little bit of a technical issue, but I think we did the plop, plop, fizz, fizz, and it'll be all right, or at least okay. What a first half for Kate Cordes, leading with 18 points for Jamestown. 7 of 12 shooting, 4 of 8 on three-pointers. One of the best scorers in the league, one of the best scorers in the country, and her shot is on so far tonight. And so is Kate Busick. 4 of 8 shooting, 4 of 7 on threes. She has 12, so there's 30 of the Jimmies, 41 points. Sarah Lenz had a 3 off the bench. Jalen Martinson also with 3 on a three-point play. 2 for Hannah Hoggle, 2 for Ali Savila, 1 for Jessica Lofstrom. Caden Steele, solid in the first half for Dickinson State, leading them with 11 on 5 of 9 shooting. And Helika Shanrock had 7. 6 points for Tinley Pearson. 3 for Jill Garfield on a 3. Steele made the other 3 for Dickinson State in the first half. 2 for Tate Cone, 2 for Bray Enabo. Whitney Edwards had 1. Kyrie Aldridge had 1. How about nothing so far for Samantha Ose? The accomplished senior post player at 13 points a game, only had 2 shots in the first half, and one of them was a 3. She had 3 rebounds. Jamestown, who struggled much of the first half to shoot, well, the percentage still isn't quite what they want, 40%, but they do have the lead. But 9 of 25, that's 25 attempted threes in one half for the Jimmies. 9 of 25, 2 of 3 at the line. Dickinson State, an even 50%, 13 of 26, 2 of 6 on threes, 5 of 9 at the line. Dickinson State had the rebounding advantage at 20-17. And this is a team that has struggled to rebound the ball this season, but they have the slight advantage in the first half. 4 assists for Dickinson State, but Jamestown has had 9. 9 turnovers on Dickinson State. Jamestown only 4. And Jamestown's leading in points off turnovers 11-5. Points in the paint way in favor of Dickinson State. How about that? 18-4, and this is with Ost not scoring. They still have that advantage in points in the paint, but Jamestown has the lead in second chance points at 9-1, each team with 9 off the bench. There have been 2 ties. There have been 4 lead changes. Dickinson State, 4 minutes into the game, led by 10, but Jamestown on that last bucket by Cordes with 3 seconds left in the half expanded their lead to what it is at the half, and they're going to real sports scoreboard. Jamestown 41, Dickinson State 33. That's our RM Sound halftime report. When we come back, we'll tell you about the other NSAA women's games and bring you the second half from Harold Newman Arena on Jamestown 107.1. This is the voice of the Jimmies.
Need some custom screen printed t-shirts? Lots of t-shirts? You need originals.
Originals!
Or do you just need one shirt with your corporate logo for the new guy?
Originals!
Caps, jackets, U sizes, adult sizes, Blue Jay apparel, Jimmy apparel. You need originals. There you have it, folks. For custom printed apparel, embroidery, and work apparel, it's Originals. They can also do online stores for your sports team or business. 216 First Avenue, downtown Jamestown. Open 9 to 5 weekdays. Visit originals.com.
Otter Tail Power Company would like to remind you about the importance of high school athletics in the lives of children. Those extracurricular activities play a role in the education and development of those kids involved and provide a way for kids to learn some of life's most important lessons. Lessons that'll take them through life with a sense of accomplishment and pride. Otter Tail Power Company would like to salute those athletes, coaches, and fans who make every season one to remember.
Building a business requires strength, courage, and a solid reputation. So, when you're ready to build a building to house your business or remodel your existing business, you want the same qualities in your commercial construction contractor. And that's where Hillerud Construction comes in. Trusted, experienced builders who specialize in commercial building construction. Their experience saves you time, stress, and money. So visit HillerudConstruction.com and let's get building.
The Frontier Port invites you in for a true Dakota Territory dining experience. This unique location looks like an authentic 1800s fort. Head upstairs and you'll be greeted with the mouth-watering aroma of freshly grilled ribeyes and barbecued ribs. They're open from 4 to 9 Monday through Saturday, and their legendary prime rib is served on Fridays and Saturdays. Call 252-7492 for takeout. The Frontier Port, on the road to the Buffalo in Jamestown.
Jamestown 107.1.
Second half, and the Jimmies firing in threes, or will they need to? We'll see. 41-33 they lead. Second half starting fives, same for both teams as who started the game. And have like a Shanrock, Hayden Steele, Tinley Pearson, Catherine Fox, Samantha Ose for Dickinson State. Kate Cordes, Kate Busick, Samantha Paulson, Megan Oswald, and Hannah Hoggle for Jamestown. Arrow to Jamestown. They throw it in to begin the second half. Second half throw in brought to you by RM Stout, the right value since 1941. Samantha Paulson up top to Kate Cordes. Into the lane for Oswald, but Megan's pass too low, and there to pick it up is Catherine Fox. And then Hoggle tied her up, but it is the dual possession arrow pointing to Dickinson State. Megan's pass was at the feet of Hannah Hoggle. Here's a pass that's way too far for Steele by Shanrock and out of bounds. And I think Angelica was saying my bad on that one. She threw it 4 feet over Steele's head. Turnovers by each team to start the second half. Jamestown by 8. Paulson right wing 3. Halfway down and out and in again. First 3 of the game for Samantha Paulson. She missed 3 threes earlier. She now has 18 for the year, and it's suddenly 11 for Jamestown. 44-33. 9:03 in the third. The Gunner Real Sports scoreboard. Shanrock getting a hand of that Cordes, but able to pick it up is Tinley Pearson. 5 on the timer. Shanrock right lane line off glass. No. Short. Never hit the glass. Busick rebounds. And the Jimmies have turned up the defense again. Down low to Hoggle. Hannah couldn't hang on to it, but then it's knocked out of bounds by Catherine Fox. You know, Fox had stripped the ball away. That's why Hannah couldn't hang on. But the Jimmies will keep it with a new shot clock of 20. Busick will inbound. For Paulson to Cordes on the left wing to Busick. Shanrock hand in her face. Paulson screen now. Cordes now an Oswald screen. It is for Megan on the right block off the pick and roll. 7 on the timer. Left wing Paulson. 3. Missed everything. Out of bounds to Dickinson State. Samantha always tries those catch and shoot threes, but that one a little wide. But Jamestown is now up 11. Dickinson State had 22, I should say, in the first quarter. Only 11 in the second. Catherine Fox in the right baseline and off the foot of Hoggle. Still shot 5 of 11, Dickinson State did in the second quarter, but Jamestown had 5 more threes in the second. Fox in the right baseline to the middle of the lane for a left wing Shamrock three off the rim. Oast tipped the rebound to Paulson. And then double dribble on Samantha. The 6th Jamestown turnover. Dickinson State now is 10, and they are not finding Oast. The offense not going at all tonight for the most part through their leading scorer. She still has not scored. Shamrock 2, Oast on a high post. Samantha with a hand to Tinley Pearson. To Catherine Fox, right in the lane from 13. Good. Fox's first 2. 44-35 Jamestown, 7:32 in the third on the Gunner Real Sports scoreboard. Another Cordes three. Yes, goodness. She's 5 of 9. She has 21. And she has indeed passed her old teammate. I'll tell you about it when we get a chance. Baseline drive. There's Oast's first 2 of the game. Wow, it took 22 and a half minutes for her to score. 47-37 Jamestown. 7:05 in the third. Busick to Hannah Hoggle. Down the right lane line. A bump. I think it's Oast. It is. 2 on her. First team foul. Wiest, Lofstrom, Martinson all return. Right wing, Cordes, a drive block from behind. Ooh, late whistle. They'll call the foul on Steele. Her second, and Caden did follow through, but the whistle was a little delayed. Kate Cordes at the line, where she's missed only 3 times all year. 53 of 56, and she's good. Her 22nd point. She's already passed Audrey Rodakowski, her old teammate. Second one's good tonight. 23 for her, 49-37. More about that when we get a chance. She's about to become the top 20 scorer in the history of this program. Shamrock with a one that rolled off in the lane. Rebound, Lostrom. Down floor to Kate Busick for Jamestown. Cordes, a WNBA 3 off the left rim. And saved. Good play there by Pearson. Down to Oast. On the right wing, it's dropped by Steele. Picked up by Kate Busick. Turnover starting to happen. Now the Jimmy's turnover. Shamrock made a good steal. Right wing pass for Fox. Right baseline, Oast. Turn around in the lane. Good with a foul. Oast now has 2 buckets in this third quarter, after having not scored before that. Third foul on Jalen Martinson. It's the first team foul, the third on Jamestown. So Oast will be at the line. Shamrock out, and Dylan Steadley's back in. Steadley is how she pronounces her name. Oast with a free throw, good. For a 78% foul shooter. Whitney Edwards now returns. 49-40, Jamestown by 9. 6:10 in the third on the Gunner Real Sports scoreboard. Busick pass deflected. Still came to Martinson. Jalen lays it in. Martinson again contributing off the bench with 5. 51-40 for Jamestown, matching their longest lead. Baseline, good bounce pass. Edwards put it in after taking the good feed from Pearson. Three for Edwards. 51-42 Jamestown at 5:38 in the third. Cordes right side. It is Lofstrom back out for Kate. Cross court to another Kate. That's Busick, who misses everything with a 3, and it's out of bounds to Dickinson State. So Cordes Pass to Andre Rodakowski for 21st. Kate is now, as Dickinson State throws it away and out of bounds. Boy, a team that looks so confident in the opening quarter, but the Jimmy's defense has clamped down on them since. Tate Cone returns for Dylan Steadley. Inbound to Martinson, to Wiest up top. Right wing Cornice, Kate with a Martinson screen. Top of the key, it's another. 25 for Kate. 1 point away from being in the top 20 all time in this program. 53-42 Jamestown. Cornice got a hand in a pass. And it'll stay with Dickinson State as it's out of bounds. So she's passed Andre Rodakowski for 21st. Andre had 1,064 before graduating last year. And Kate is about to pass Kelly Schoeneman, who had 1,079 between 2007 and 2012. Kate's now at 1,078. Caden Steele, 13-footer, right lane line. Didn't fall. Rebound, Jessica Lostrom. Dickinson State is still about 50% shooting, but they started to turn the ball over. Lostrom for Martinson out front to Wiest straight away. Jaden with a drive. Foul as it hit the bottom of the glass. Whitney Edwards with this one, her first, team foul number 3. And as Jamestown starts to move the ball inside, they're starting to pick up these opportunities at the line. First to 2 is short by Jaden Wiest. She is a 66% foul shooter. Jimmy's tied for first in the nation coming in free throw shooting with Eastern Oregon. Second one's good. 5 of 7 tonight. 54-42, the longest Jimmy lead, 12 over Dickinson State. Whitney Edwards. For Caden Steele, a left wing 3. Back rim long. Catherine Fox rebounds, left baseline over Martinson. Off the right rim, Whitney Edwards, an offensive board. Bounce on the right baseline. It's Steele for Edwards again. 4:04 in the third on the Gunner Real Sports scoreboard. Jamestown up 54-42. Cone an open left wing 3. Rim the basket. Edwards, another offensive board, and then she's fouled. Callie Saville reached in for her second. This is going to be a 4th chance on this possession for Dickinson State and Jamestown. What's the 32nd of their construction timeout? 3:57 in the third. Jamestown 54, Dickinson State 42. On Jamestown 107.1, this is the voice of the Jimmies.
You know you don't really want that hurry-up, bought on the cheap, not sure what I got insurance coverage. Good, because Farmers Union insurance agents do things just a little different. We'll work with you personally for home, auto, business, or farm insurance and tailor the exact coverage plan you need, because we're not satisfied until you are. Different? You bet. Farmers Union Insurance. Simply different.
Good luck to the Blue Jays and Jimmies from your local Farmers Union agent, Steve Benyon.
Not all products underwritten by Farmers Union Insurance.
Jamestown 107.1.
Shanrock inbounds, comes into Samantha Ose for Dickinson State. To Shanrock with a left wing drive. Blocked, Jessica Lostrom. And brought in by Jalen Martinson. To Lostrom in the front court. The Jimmy defense really clamping down on Dickinson State after they had a great start. Wiest with a drive into the lane, left good. First basket, 3 points for Wiest now. A 14-point Jamestown lead of 56-42. Left corner, a 3, good. Knocked down by Jell Garfield for his second of the game. 56-45. Jamestown by 11, 3:08 in the third. Corner straight away, another 3. Short. Lostrom on a long rebound in the lane. Double team kicks out for a Wiest right wing 3. Good. 12th made 3 of the game for Jamestown. They're up 59-45 and 6 for the freshman from Mandan. Lob to Ose. Turnaround over Martinson, halfway down and out. Martinson rebounds, trying to steal it is Edwards, but Shanrock, and Lofstrom keeps it for the Jimmies. Right wing on the run, a Savala 3. She nearly walked and she missed, and then Ose ripped the rebound away from Lofstrom, leads to dual possession and keeps it with Dickinson State. Sarah Lenz returns for Jamestown. Catherine Fox and Brianna Boer back in. Kylie Aldridge is back in for Dickinson State. Lenz on the right side. She had a 3 in the first half. Left wing 3. Wiest, good. Dickinson State just isn't defending the 3. That's all there is to it. And the Jimmies have now hit 12. And they're up 17 suddenly. 62-45. 2:13 in the third. The Gunner Real Sports scoreboard. Ose down the left lane line. Over Savala, or over Hoggle, and it's good. 7 for Ose, and Dickinson State wants a Hillary Construction timeout, but the Jimmies have taken control of this game, at least for now. 2:06 in the third. Jamestown 62, Dickinson State 47. Jamestown 107.1. This is the voice of the Jimmies.
Johnny B's Brickhouse, famous for their pizza, but wait, there's pasta, and their amazing wings, and fresh ground hamburgers, tasty salads and appetizers too. And for dessert, you can't beat their sweet sticks. Come on out for Tuesday night trivia and live entertainment every Thursday night. The place to be is Johnny B's, smack dab in the middle of Main Street, downtown Jamestown. And remember, for delivery and carryout, call 952-8777.
Jamestown 107.1.
How well is Jamestown defending well? Since the first quarter, Dickinson State started 6 of 9 shooting. Since then, they're 13 of 32 on the 46%. And Jamestown with a 7 of 12. Third quarter, they're up to 44% shooting. Jamestown ball, 2 minutes left in the third, of 62-47 on Dickinson State, trying to improve to 6-4 in the North Star. In the lane, Hoggle turn around from 7, no good. I haven't told you about the other scores yet, have I? We'll do that. Catherine Fox, rebound, and down floor she comes for the Blue Hawks. Turn around in the lane, Lofstrom cut her off. Now back out front to Ose. Samantha with 17 on the shot clock. Good bounce pass for him. Layup that's too short by Aldridge. And Lofstrom rebounds. Savala out front. Cordes getting a rest. What a night Kate's having with 25. Now for Hoggle. In the lane. Hannah turns around once, twice. Got blocked by Ose and out of bounds. 11 still to shoot. Dakota State all over Mayville State and Mayville 58-37. 3:27 in the third. And Bellevue leading VCSU and Valley City with 1:10 left in the third. 43-39. 7 on the timer. Wiest for Hoggle. Had it knocked away. Good play there. Steadily down floor, 2-on-1, ends in a layup for Aldridge. 62-49, Jamestown. 52 seconds in the third. They're up 13. Lofstrom on the left side for Ali Savala. Swinging in the right side of the angle to Wiest. Lob pass too far for Lofstrom. Ose is able to take it away. 38 seconds in the third. Steadily to Ose, now on the right wing. A 3 is coming, and off the back rim by Garfield. Followed by Ose. Left it short. Good defense by Lofstrom. It regained it, scored with a foul. And after a scoreless first half, Ose now has 9 in the third quarter. Hallie Savala picks up her third foul. as Jamestown brings Cordes, Busick, Paulson, and Oswald. Ost looking for a 10-point quarter. Good. Ten of their 15. I should say 19. What's wrong with my math? 62-52 Jamestown. 10 seconds in the third. Shot clock off. Paulson left wing on the angle, 7-6. Cordes straight away open for a three. Missing. And Oswald pushed Catherine Fox to the floor with 0.6 of a second to go. It's only the 14 foul, so no free throws here. And it's the first foul on Oswald, so it really doesn't hurt the Jimmies at all. Didn't let Dickinson State run. Into Pearson, 3 quarters complete. Jamestown, another good third quarter. Led by 9 from Wiest, 9 from Cordes, but it's still within somewhat of hailing distance for Dickinson State. Through 3 on the Gunner Real Sports scoreboard, Jamestown 62, Dickinson State 52. On Jamestown 107.1, this is the voice of the Jimmies.
When you're working outdoors, unpredictability is the norm. Tackle your toughest jobs with the 2025 Honda Pioneer 700. This rugged side-by-side brings the power with reliable torque for towing and smooth shifting for the trails. Choose from 3 trims, Standard, Deluxe, or the True Timber Forest Edition. See the 2025 Honda Pioneer 700 at Gun and Reel Sports, downtown Jamestown. For your safety, read the owner's manual, wear a helmet, eye protection, close side nets and doors, and always wear seatbelts. Honda side-by-sides are for riders 16 and older.
Jamestown 107.1.
Jamestown trying to maintain this double-digit lead of 62-52 over Dickinson State to the 4th at Harold Newman Arena. David Burrow with you with her 25 tonight. Kate Cordes, who started the night 22nd in program history, is now 19th, or 20th. 1 more point, she'll tie Kelly Schuneman for, should say she's 21st now. 1 more point, she'll tie Kelly Schuneman for 20th. 3 more, she'll be even with Jean Tews for 19th. Cordes, like when we were talking about her, misses jumper long. Rebounded steadily in Dickinson State. A chance to cut it under 10 again for the Blue Hawks. Only 2-7 in the league. Got a great start tonight, but now at 46% shooting. Jamestown 41%. Kick out with 11 on the shot clock. It is Aldridge in the lane. For a drive by Pearson. Made a defender miss, then missed the shot. Rebound Paulson. Jimmy's clogging up that lane defensively. Lostrom on the right block. Out to Cordes, who's 9 of 17 shooting. She's hit 5 threes. Paulson uses an Oswald screen to the circle. Intended for Oswald, but Samantha Ost got a hand on it. And into the front court come Dickinson State. Down 10, a minute into the 4th. Ost plays in the high post a lot, and does here. Run out to Stenley. Now a baseline drive, good by Aldridge. Nice move. And she has 4, and then Jamestown. Lofstrom turns it over on the inbounds pass, and Dickinson State will have it back on the offensive end. #11 turnover on Jamestown. Paulson knocking the inbounds pass. Oh, and then it went off, stealing out of bounds, and Jamestown will have it right back. Not even a chance for Dickinson State to cut further into the lead right there. And their 13th turnover. Steele just didn't look the pass into her hand. Hago on a high post for Jamestown. Left wing Cordes, another 3 off the right rim. Busick an offensive board. Kick out for Paulson straight away. Now the Lostrom right wing on the angle. For Cordes. Aldridge guarding her. Hoggle, a moving screen. Offensive foul. Hannah didn't quite get set before using that screen. Her second foul. First of the fourth quarter on either team. I know Shadrock returns for Dickinson State. In fact, she has the ball now. 8:15 left, 62-54 Jamestown. Still work to do for the Jimmies. Looking for conference win number 6. Remember, the only game this weekend. Left wing, and knocked over is Tinley Pearson by Jessica Lostrom. She'd be in the penalty box for that if we were playing across the street. Her second foul, team foul number 2. 2 minutes for tripping. Aldridge in the left corner for Shanrock. High post to Ose. 10 on the shot clock. Right corner Aldridge trying to drive. Hoggle cut her off. 5-4 in the timer. Shanrock left wing 3 off glass. Foul as a Dickinson State player went to the floor. Ose on the rebound action, knocked over by Hannah Hoggle. That's 3 on her, and team foul number 3. In only 2 minutes and 15 seconds of this fourth quarter, and Jane Wiest is back in for Samantha Paulson. Pass into the backcourt, taken by Caden Steele. For Dickinson State, who's now down only 8. They were down as much as 17. Shanrock, 16-footer in the old circle, off glass. And no good. Kate Cordes rebounds. Long down floor, too far for Lostrom. Out of bounds to Dickinson State. Jimmy's got a little bit ahead of themselves with a transition game there. 7:22 left in the Gun and Reel Sports scoreboard. Jamestown leads Dickinson State 62-54. Shanrock using an O screen. Out front for Steele for a 3. That's too long. Rebound to Cordes. Kate. And the Hoggle screen. Another moving screen on Hannah. 3 of the 4 Jamestown fouls in this third quarter have been on Hannah, and that's her 4th foul. And Dickinson State is a common foul away from the bonus. Thad Sankey isn't so sure about that one, and frankly, I'm not either. Second one was a good call, but that one is marginal, frankly. That pass nearly. Pearson's able to save it. Bring it on the left side for Tate Cone. Dickinson State down 8. Now, Eric Nelson, their head coach, seeing the offense a little stagnant. Wants a little reconstruction timeout. 6:45 left. Jamestown 62, Dickinson State 54, and Jamestown 107.1. And this is the voice of the Jimmies.
And here we are. North Dakota winter has arrived, and so has winter driving. The tires that were okay for hot, dry pavement are maybe not working so great on frozen, slick roads. Now are they? Bring your vehicle to Mike and the crew at Pit Stop Express Lube and have them take a look. As a locally owned shop, they are more about you and your family's safety than the sale, so they will recommend the best fit for your needs. Stop into Pit Stop Express Lube at 117 4th Street Northwest, Jamestown, or call 952-7867.
Jamestown 107.1.
A scattered shooting the start to this fourth quarter. There's only been 1 field goal so far. That was by Dickinson State. They want to find Jamestown is only 0 of 2. Only 2 shots in the first 3 minutes plus because of those fouls. Oswald couldn't make a steal from Ose. Right wing Pearson 3 on the timer. 2 middle of the lane. Extra pass for a Shanrock 3. Good at the shot clock buzzer. Shanrock, her 25th 3. It's a 5-point game. 62-57. Jamestown, 6:18 left in the fourth. Dickinson State was down 17. Right wing 3. Wiest is missing everything. And Oswald couldn't save the rebound, and DSU has it back. And now a Hillary construction timeout by Thad Sankey. The Jimmies were in control, not anymore. 62-57, they lead Dickinson State. 6:11 left on Jamestown 107.1. This is the voice of the Jimmies.
Sign-on bonuses, $10,000 for full-time RNs or LPNs working PM or NOC shifts, and $10,000 for full-time NOC weekend package positions, and $5,000 for part-time PM shifts. Also offering $5,000 for full-time CNAs working PM shifts or weekend package, day, PM, or NOC shifts. Dietary positions available also. Apply at smphhealth.org/Ave Maria.
Jamestown 107.1.
Well, credit to Dickinson State. Eric Nelson's team looks like is getting away from it. But now they're back within 5. This is 12 in a row for Dickinson State to cut a 17-point lead to 5. Shanrock to Samantha Ose. Right of the old circle for a cutting steal. Layup good. 13 for Steele, her first 2 of the half. The lead is down to 3. 62-59. Cornish left wing 3. Good. Count on Kate when you need a big bucket. 28 for Kate. Career highs 32. 65-59. She is now tied for 19th all time in scoring in this program. Right wing baseline. Short by Steele. Jamestown rebounds. Busick down floor. Left wing Wiest with 5:17 left. Lofstrom left wing. A hand to Busick. Portis claps her hands for it. Wants it out front. Has it. Drives down the right lane line. Foul before she drove to the rim. Fouls on the floor. A reach in by Tate Cone of Dickinson State. Her first team foul in the fourth quarter in the Blue Hawks. Now more size as 6-footer Bray Annabo re-enters. Into Oswald. Handed out to Busick. Now to Wiest straight away for Jamestown, who has the lead back up to 6. Cornish trying to make Pearson miss. Hands it to Wiest on the left side. 9 to shoot. Cornish to Oswald in the lane. Backing down on Annabo from 4. Rolled in. Megan's first 2 of the game, another big bucket. 67-59 Jamestown. 4:40 left of the Gunner Sports scoreboard. Pearson open, didn't take that 3, instead moves into the lane. Drives past Oswald, missed it short. Gained her own rebound, got fouled. Dickinson State now in the bonus with 4:33 left. Oswald with her second foul. An 8-point Jamestown lead, but again, every common foul for Jamestown now means 2 free throws for Dickinson State. And they're 7 of 11 at the line. First of 2, good by Pearson, who is now 17 of 19. 67-60 Jamestown. 4:33 left in the Gunner Sports scoreboard. The game's still in the balance. Second, also good. First 2 of the half for Tinley Pearson. The KC Wyoming senior has 8. 67-61 Jamestown. 4:25 to go. Busick left of the lane for Cornish. Drives to the baseline. Scores. 30. Now she's 19th by herself all time. And 2 short of her career high, which she did twice earlier in the year. Shanrock, baseline right, floats it in. 12 for Shanrock, 69-63. Jamestown by 6, 3:50 left in the Gunner Sports scoreboard. Busick for Oswald, left lane line. Drives, banks it in. 2 very important fourth quarter buckets for Megan Oswald. 71-63, Jamestown leads Dickinson State, 3.5 to go. Shanrock, a pass nearly got away from Steele, but she's able to find Cone in the right block. Now for Steele, right corner, 3 with 8 on the timer. Short. Kate Busick with rebound number 5 and walks into the front court. There's still 3:07 left. Cordes. Good ball fake for Cunning Busick. A load into the bucket. Scores. First 2.5, 14 in the game. Dickinson State wants timeout. Right back that. The lead's back up to 10 for Jamestown. 73-63 over Dickinson State. 2:49 to go on Jamestown 107.1. This is the voice of the Jimmies.
Do you want to make sure homework time isn't spent on games and video streaming? Dakota Central can help. With Experience IQ, you set limits to ensure your kids aren't playing when they should be doing homework. With premium managed Wi-Fi from Dakota Central, you can create healthier internet habits for your children from the easy-to-use Command IQ app. Learn more about premium Wi-Fi and Experience IQ today at www.dakotacentral.com.
November 1st against Bethel. That was in Salina, Kansas. And then in Great Falls against the University of Providence on November 8th in a game the Jimmies lost. Host in the lane for Dickinson State. Jamestown up 10, 2:39 left. Straight away, Fox, 3, too long. Rebound, Jessica Lostrom. Only 1 point, but 7 rebounds now. Wiest left wing 3, good. Jaden Wiest has been monumental in the second half for the Jimmies. Now up to 12, all in this half. 76-63. Jamestown leads Dickinson State. 2:12 left. Pass too far for Ose. Lostrom takes it away to Cordes, and the Jimmies will slow it up. With 2:05 left. It's looking better. Not complete yet, but looking better for Jamestown for conference win number 6. Men's action still in what should be a honey of a game. Stay right here. Cordes, 1:53 left. Oswald pick. Cordes in the jumper. In the circle. Good. Kate Cordes has equaled her career high with 32. 78-63 Jamestown, 1:35 left. Another amazing night for the Shakopee, Minnesota junior. Steele, right baseline drive, left it short. Oswald the rebound and the defense on the interior, picking up again in the last 3 or 4 minutes for Jamestown, and a timeout by head coach Thad Sankey. Hillary Construction timeout with 1:15 left. It's looking a lot better for Jamestown now. They lead Dickinson State 78-63 on Jamestown 107.1. This is the voice of the Jimmies.
Buffalo City Diesel Jamestown is your one-stop shop for experienced truck services. Their top-notch techs are trained in the latest technology and can identify and fix problems in your medium or heavy-duty diesel trucks and buses. Buffalo City Diesel also offers roadside assistance, trailer services, and truck parts. Call Buffalo City Diesel today at 701-253-2844. That's Buffalo City Diesel at 701-253-2844.
As Emily Kurkowski has entered the game. Alexa Ham makes her second appearance as a Jimmy and gets fouled. Reagan Johnson's in too. Jessica Overlander and Julia Toms. Third foul on Samantha Oates, second team foul on Dickinson State. Jimmies don't mind that at all. They can just inbound again with 1:02 left, and Kurkowski had it knocked out. Dylan Steadley's second foul. Kurkowski from Melbourne, Australia, the Williston State College transfer, 5'7" junior. Reagan Johnson from Volga, South Dakota, the 5'8" junior. Julia Toms, 6-foot freshman from Prior Lake, Minnesota. Alexa Ham, a 6-foot redshirt freshman from Rapid City, South Dakota. Jessica Overlander, the 6'4" redshirt freshman from Medina, Minnesota. Ball loose. Picked up by Dylan Steadley and into the front court. But it's too late for Dickinson State now. 50 seconds to go. What a fourth quarter effort by the Jimmies. And they'll be 6-4 in the league. Left wing steal, a three. Too long. Oates tipped it out to Pearson and to Steele again. 38 seconds to go. Bounce baseline. They let Fox have a layup. But it's 78-65 Jamestown. 30 seconds to go. Johnson. And a timeout again by head coach Thad Sankey. Ellerud Construction timeout with 28.5 to go. Jamestown will win it. They lead 78-65 over Dickinson State on Jamestown 107.1. This is the voice of the Jimmies.
At Unison Bank, we provide financial solutions for customers to meet their needs today and achieve their dreams tomorrow. From personal banking services like checking accounts, mortgage and auto loans, to business banking services. At Unison Bank, we offer financial solutions with prompt responses and quality service. Visit unisonbank.com for more information. Located in Jamestown, Linton, and Wishick, as well as Gilbert, Arizona. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Before Dickinson State cut it back to 3. Behind a big fourth quarter and behind a career high tying night for Kate Cordes, the Jimmies will stay alone in second in the league. Johnson is now fouled by Tinley Pearson, her first and the fourth team foul. And Dickinson State, yeah, they're down 13, but they're playing this out. Good for them. Kurkowski into Julia Toms. Couldn't get the layup, but it's taken by Overlander. For Toms again. Now to Reagan Johnson. Down the right lane line. Drives, high arc on it, missed. Overlander couldn't hold on to the rebound. It's out of bounds to Dickinson State. But now only 15.1 seconds remain. To Dylan Steadley. Dickinson State played pretty hard tonight, but the Jimmy defense shut him down in this fourth quarter. Baseline drive good by Steele. Those will be the last points of the game. Jamestown with Kurkowski to dribble out the clock, put it in the record book, baby, and ring that victory bell. Dickinson State didn't make it easy, but Jamestown wins it. Final score in the Gunner Real Sports scoreboard. Jamestown Jimmies 78, Dickinson State Blue Hawks 67.